Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking the video. This is David Pendleton covering holes number 7, 8, and 9 of the Bid Catch Tournament opening round, sitting at a minus 16 at the turn. Thank goodness, so at least we know I'm going to be making the final round, so I will have content available on Saturday. Hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's awesome that you're here. Let's take a moment to hit that subscribe button, and if everybody could take a second there to hit the thumbs up button, that would be super awesome as well. So let's go to hole number 7, which is a par 3. Big elevation pull here. 60% at mid. 2 bars of side spin to the left, 1.6 back. This shot played really consistent for me whenever I found it through practice mode. So what I mean by consistent is I got the hole in one, or I was right at the pin on every single perfect shot. So hopefully it plays consistent for you as well. But it is a big elevation pull. Not that the number really matters. We're just trying to play the way that the wind pushes the ball and how everything bounces off the fairway here. But you're going to see the ball comes in at great speed, drops into the hole, hits the pin for the hole-in-one. That is going to be a difficult hole-in-one to pick up. By no means is this going to be an easy one, but some of you will get it, and I'll be pumped up for you. All right, let's go to hole number 8. 0% at max. We're going to play this one with the navigator, and I'm going to go 1 bar of side spin to the right combined with 3 bars of top spin. Lower level extra miles you could play with the katana. I would take a practice shot though, just to make sure you have the top spin right. What we don't want to do is accidentally go with too much top spin or overpower and put this ball into the top of the rough. Now, if that happened to you, you would still pick up your birdie on the hole. It's not going to kill your hole, but it's going to make, obviously, the eagle much more difficult trying to hit a long-range eagle out of the rough. But here we land on the fairway, absolutely no problems, and we're going to apply our backspin first, 5 back, put the ball guideline just like this, right at the middle of the hole. Try to hit perfect. Always the key, right? Hitting perfect. But you'll see here this ball does fall in very nicely for that eagle. This is definitely the best I've ever shot on this course. I'm still not a fan of the course, but this is definitely the best drops, or the most drops I've ever had for replays by far for 9 holes here. All right, hole number 9, definitely a great chance for the albatross as well. We're going to go 2 bars of top spin, 1 bar of side spin to the left. You can see I put my yellow ring right up on the rough line here. I make my elevation pull. I'm not using any overpower. We don't want to accidentally overpower this shot. I would also say if you get hit with wind in the high 3s or low 4s, we may want to take a little bit of top spin off of this shot. 2.8 on my wind here. I come in nicely. Really, may not even need to take the top spin off. There's a lot of room there between the fairway and the rough. Okay, so let's talk about this shot right here. Let's keep the graphic up while I talk, because you need to know here that my shot that you're going to see me play is minus 10% at mid. Okay, so I'm playing this shot uphill. Basically, if you're not familiar with what that means I'm not going to pull as many rings as we normally would. So minus 10% at mid is what I played. You're going to see me pull this 1.2 rings. I'm going to miss this one barely to the right-hand side. All right, I would like you to try to play it minus 5% at minimum, okay? So we're going to change the elevation, and we're going to change the distance of our club. This is just a way to trick how many rings that we pull. Some people get confused on this type of stuff, and they'll say, hey, man, you're not at mid-distance, or you're not at max. Why are you playing at max? You have to keep in mind, those are just rules of thumbs. Elevation, club distance, all that type of stuff. When you're trying to dial in a shot, you mess around with that type of stuff. When you're playing one-on-one tour play or you're playing shootouts, yes, you're going to use the general rule of thumb of playing your club distance, trying to keep the elevation the same once you figure out that particular hole. But in a tournament, we are going to tweak things in order to try to get these balls to drop on a consistent basis. And we can do that because we're all getting the same wind angle. The only variable is the wind mile per hour. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to people. I do get some comments on that. All right, let's go 3 bars of side spin to the right, 3.2 top. It's about 3.3 top, 3.2, somewhere right in there. Look at the ball guideline going through the back of the cup. Most of the yellow ring is in the rough, a little bit of it on the fairway. Okay, so that's my setup position. Again, here I pull about 1.2 rings. It's pretty close between 1.1 and 1.2. I would say closer to 1.2. I do hit a perfect ball, and again, speed comes in great. Unfortunately, just missed this one by a hair. So, you know, if I would have pulled that maybe one ring, that might have gone in. And for that club right there at that shot, one ring would have been minus 5% at minimum distance in the app. So that's hole 7, 8, and 9. Let me know how you're doing at the turn, and I'll see you for the back 9. Keep in mind, this is a work day for me, so I get up at 4:15. I start to play, but I do have to start my work day here in about 45 minutes or so. So that just means I'll get the videos out a little bit later this afternoon during my lunch break. Thanks, everybody.